Okay, we will start. I forgot to send the PPT. Sorry, I'll send it today. Divya had asked for it. Okay. Start the session. Please sit. Asana. Sahana bhavatu, Sahano bhunaktu, Sahaviryam karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samasta-jana-kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma-vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma-vidwaram. Thank you for your summary, Ramachandran ji, in writing. Now we will start with Rajashri. You are prepared? We remembered you came prepared for that summary?
Ma'am, shall I just say in my words? I've not written down anything. Is that all right? Or should I start from the next class?
I want it in few minutes. Please give a summary, whatever you think.
Only the verse 5 is saying that only when the mind becomes completely still through meditation and the mind is silenced, then the Jivatma can realize the self, the consciousness. Just like the Kataka nut, it is put in water with impurities, just it has absorbs the impurities and it settles down. Similarly, this mind, body, this complex, when the mind becomes still through meditation, it settles down and we abide in the self.
We read 3 paragraphs.
We did three paragraphs, correct.
3 paragraphs.
Okay, Ramachandran ji, I think, had given the whole verse ka explanation, no, sir?
Yes, madam.
Oh, I just, I sort of, sorry. I thought, I didn't remember till when.
Okay. So, but even this is fine, but at least take your time 10 minutes before, so you get your, this thing, whoever's doing, so can give everybody, it is like a revision. I will not give the revision. Somebody will take up and as effective as it can be. Put your own reflections also into it, if you can. That will help. Okay. We will do this every week. We will start chanting. Anybody who wants to chant from the first verse, who hasn't done it so
Okay.
far, please.
Shall I chant?
Yes, Ramachandran ji.
Okay, okay. Verse number 1. Tapobhik क्षीणपापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्ष्योऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते बोधोऽन्यसाधनेभ्यो हि साक्षान्मोक्षैकसाधनम् पाकस्य वह्निवज्ञानम् विना मोक्षो न सिद्ध्यति अविरोधितया कर्म न विद्यां विनिवर्तयेत् विद्यां निहन्त्येव तेजस्तिर्विवर्तयेत् परिच्छिन्न इव ज्ञानात् ओके अविरोधितया कर्म न विद्यां निवर्तयेत् विद्यां निहन्त्येव तेजस्ति तिमिरसङ्गवत् परिच्छिन्न इव ज्ञानात् तन्नाशे सति केवलः स्वयं प्रकाशते ह्यात्मा मेघापाये अंशुमानिव अज्ञानकलुषं जीवं ज्ञानाभ्यासात् विनिर्मलं कृत्वा ज्ञानं स्वयं नश्येत् जं कदकरेणुवत्.
Thank you, Ramachandran ji. So like Rajashri said, we will continue with the we will start reading from the ugliness of our reflections again. Ramachandran ji, you can only read the ugliness of our reflections. Or would Diva or somebody like to read? Diva, Jayamala, Sunita, Mamta?
I would, ma'am, but I don't have the book today, so that's the
Oh.
reason. Next
Yeah.
week I'll get.
Yes. Okay. Anybody else who wants to read?
Yes, ma'am. I can try, ma'am.
Yes, please. Okay.
The ugliness of our reflections can end only when the reflecting surfaces are either destroyed or straightened. Similarly, the perversions of the individual can be ended only when the mind-intellect equipment has become steady and clean. An absolutely clean and steadied mind is no more a mind, since mind is but a thought flow. When the mind has ended, there the ego center perceived so long existing as the sense of individuality rebounds to its original nature, the self. The quietude of
We
the
will
mind.
stop here. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
If we look at the Atman is the source of consciousness, of awareness. The mind and body are matters, jata. It is only the Atman, the supreme consciousness, which lends its consciousness to everybody, and hence we feel sentient. The body by itself has no sentience. But we get wrongly identified with the body and mind. Why? Because this self, that consciousness, is shining through our sense organs. Our ears, our eyes. These become the gate to receive, to interact with the world. So now there is a sense of this outward looking, constant outward looking. Why? Because I feel hungry. When I feel hungry, I need to go out and find some food to fill up. I need protection from the outside. So there is, even though our original nature is that supreme consciousness, we are, from the time we are born, we are looking outwards all the time, and hence that is the basic design, that we are all looking outwards. And because we are constantly looking outwards, we are identified wrongly with the objects. I think I am the body. I think I am happy. When I say I am happy, what am I connecting with? What am I identifying with when I'm saying I'm happy? I am happy. I'm saying I am happy. I am the happy. What am I identifying with when I say that?
I.
No. I am happy. What am I am
Oh,
identifying with?
the happiness, the
Feeling,
emotion.
feeling.
The
I am
emotion.
identifying with the emotion. When I'm saying I am tall, what am I identifying with?
The height.
The physical nature.
I am identifying with the body. The body is tall, short, fat, thin, whatever. I am not the body, right? But here when I say I am tall, I am not saying the body, this body is tall, this body is short. We never say that, do we? We say I am tall. So, which case I am identified with this body. And that's why I think I don't say this body is tall. I am happy. I don't say I'm witnessing the feeling of happiness. There's no separation. I become totally identified with it. I don't say I'm witnessing this happiness. I'm witnessing sadness. I am the one who is witnessing. That clarity is not there. I become the happiness. And that is why the happiness takes me like this. The sadness takes me like this. Tall. Oh, tall, if it is perceived good, very good. If somebody is 7-footer, that is also a problem. Tall is also a problem. Short is also a problem. Because of my identification, wrong identifications. Yes, Divya.
Yeah, Aarti ji, then we shouldn't even say that I am Divya. I should say my name is Divya.
Yes, the name given to this name, Nama Rupa.
Body, ha.
This Rupa has the name Aarti. That's Aarti is the name given to this Rupa right now to me. That's all in this body. If my mother had named me something else, I would have been somebody else, some other name. I cannot be that, right? That name. I am not that name. And there are hundreds of people who are that name. You're right. So, this constantly outward looking gives me the sense that I am the body, I am the mind. Or I am the role. I am the mother, I am the father, I am the daughter. All of this comes up. And because of this constant outer looking, the ugliness of our reflections can end only when the reflecting surfaces are getting destroyed or straightened. And the perversions of the individual can be ended only when the mind-intellect equipment has become steady and clean. So how to keep the mind-intellect equipment steady and clean? We have to shift our gaze from outside to inwards. That is what is told in the first Panchadashi. Some wise man has to first tell you, oh my God, you're looking outwards. That's why your mind is shaking so much. Turn around and start looking at yourself. You are not what you are identified with. You are deep within the person, the being, who is just shining through all these upadhis. These are all upadhis. Upadhi, the word upadhi means that which superimposes and creates an illusion that you are something different from what you are. So the mind, when I'm saying I am happy, the mind has a tendency to superimpose on you. And hence you start saying I am happy, I am, and it is a wrong identification. So mind is a upadhi. My body, I am tall, I am short. So body is a upadhi. It's giving me a wrong sense of who I am. Is this clear, upadhi? My role, mother, father, it is giving me a wrong sense of who I am. I am the one who is, see, it is like, it is the same me who is operating as a mother. It is the same me who is operating as a facilitator in this group. It is the same me. So if I identify only with the role as a mother and I go through ups and downs, but I am beyond that also. All the upadhis limit me. Only the true self expands. So the mind, body, here, mind, intellect, even the intellect, no matter how wise I am, the intellect is also an upadhi. If I start identifying with my intellect, oh, I am intelligent. Then even that is the wrong identification with the intellect, because I am not intelligent. I am not the function of the intellect. I am beyond the intellect. So how to detach from this, the ugliness of our, so what we are doing, we are looking at the image. The mind is giving us these wrong identifications, like when I look at the mirror and think that is me. Array, if the whole world had only now flat mirror is what everybody uses. If everybody used concave mirror, I will think that is what I am. If my lens were made like a concave mirror, I will think that is what I am. If my eye lens, I mean the lens of my eyes, the pupils, if they were made in such a way that I get the reflection of a concave mirror, I will only think that is true. What we are seeing is only an image of based on the reflecting surfaces. So when we start understanding that these are just images on the reflecting surfaces, when the mind is agitated, so that is that real? That strong reality that we associate with it will become dismissed. First of all, for me to start saying, I am not happy, I am not sad, I am not agitated. That is saying I'm not the mind. Because the agitation, the happiness, the sadness is a function of the mind. When I'm saying I'm not the mind, I'm saying I'm not agitated. I'm not saying what I'm saying is I am not this agitation. I am the witness of agitation. I am the one who is witnessing this agitation. And as I start detaching from this mind-intellect equipment, what happens? The mind starts steadying. It becomes steady and clean. And then where the mind has ended, there the ego center perceived so long existing as the sense of individuality. So the higher self is this. The moment I become, I am happy, I am tall, I am agitated, I become the smaller ego. So the moment I detach from it, the mind becomes cleaner and my ego is sublimed, and the larger self, which does not have any parts, which is expansive, which is totally free, that starts working. I just am. Yes, Divya.
Ma'am, instead of saying I am witnessing happiness, can we say I'm feeling happiness? Means witnessing some seems a very,
I mean,
it
I
seems very,
it's not
it's a
colloquial,
huge
you're saying. It's not colloquial.
jump from where I am right now to, because the self-talk is always there. So from I am happy and I am sad to I am feeling happiness or I am feeling sadness.
It's one step, but still,
I know this long way to go.
because the self has no verb also. The self cannot feel. Self can only observe the feeling.
Yeah, the one which is seeing you are feeling happy. That is you.
That witness. But,
Yeah.
So in
honestly,
reality, I am only the witness of that feeling of happiness also. Because the self cannot have a feeling. The
yeah.
self just is. It just is. It just exists. Like that light is glowing, no? It is that flame, absolutely dark room. In that, you keep a deepa, a diya with a
Ah,
flame.
ah.
That flame illumines itself and it illumines everything around. Like that, this self illumines itself and illumines everything around. But its nature is illumining, it is not actually doing anything. It is not making the fan work. It is only illumining the fan. Like that, within me, that consciousness is there, and hence the mind and body get sentience. So the feeling, all I'm trying to say is the Atman has no feeling also. When I associate with the feeling and I say I am feeling happy, little distance you're giving, but even that will not be precise. In reality, you're seeing this feeling of happiness. If you don't want to say witness, I'm observing this feeling of witness, forget, you like observe, say I am observing this feeling of happiness.
Yeah, ma'am. But see, when I am in that, or when my mind is experiencing that emotion, I
So
am
for
not
now,
able to
whatever method we discussed in the last class,
pause.
I am feeling happy.
Okay.
Do not go into happy. Do not go into the object. Shift your
Awareness to the person
awareness
who's
from the
not a
happiness or
person.
sadness to the person.
Yeah, who's.
It will be, did anybody try that through the week?
Yes, I always keep doing that. See, right now I am sad. I know that the me is not sad. The one which is observing me sad is the me, actual me. That I keep contemplating like this.
Yeah, for me also, it just works on the affirmation or a talk level.
The
I
shift
can
has to
feel
happen.
that this is not me. The
It takes
sadness is
time.
in my heart, is in my face. This is because of this. I am feeling this. I am not that. I am that. The one who is observing all this is me. But we cannot see that light. We cannot experience that me. When we realize experience, we become Brahmagnani. Until that, it is knowledge and Dvaita only.
Shvetashvatara Upanishad says that's what. So you only have to keep initially you keep reminding yourself that you are the Atma. You just, first step is Shravana. Now you are listening to me. Listening to Atma Bodha. And trying to understand. The second step is Manana. In Manana, one should do Virodha.
One should do what, ma'am?
Virodha.
Virodha means reversal.
How is it true? Question it.
Acha, question it. Okay.
Virodha, not like a vada, not just to debate, not just to, but to understand.
Okay.
How can it be? That is what I remember, that when I once just read this a book called Conscious Living by Ishwaranandaji. It was quite a few years back. It's like, witness your feeling. I'm like, what witness? How can somebody witness? What is this? What are they talking? I mean, that feeling is just there, no? How can you witness? And one day you have to question it. Is this true? How can this happen? But that question should, how could I say?
Constantly.
Yeah, it should be like one gnawing thing in the head. What is this? How can I be the witness? How can one be the witness of their own feelings? And it is like, even this person in the Adi Narayanji, I have told you once, he's in Parani, there is a ashram. His talk, he will say, I look at the mind here. The mind is here. I am here. The mind is here. In a way to say, I am distant from the whatever is happening in the mind. Things in the mind are happening, but I am distant from it. I am observing things that are happening. How can it? It will dawn on you, but go virodha. Say, how can it? How can it? How can it be? Ask it. Ask. Demand to know.
Persistence.
Persistence. I am not able to. And one day, then I realized there was one big, once it was like just watching everything like a play. Oh, these thoughts are coming. Now these thoughts come, then immediately
Follow
this
that
Aarti will
flow
start shouting.
pattern.
And then when this Aarti starts shouting, then there is a negativity created in the other person also. And then that other person will also shout
React.
and the negativity will increase. This whole thing played. And that moment I was distant. It was absolutely calming here. It was not working from here. It was like that whole pathway was just clear. What happens? So I don't want to. Now there is choice. Do I want to really react to this? Do I not want to react to this? All of that. Then you have a choice that comes into you. So what is this witnessing must be? A very strong, don't just accept it because the Atma Bodha is telling. You must want to know. Don't go with affirmations. I want to know what this witnessing is.
I mean, I read a lot, but then that is again on the intellect level only, no, ma'am. Mind intellect level.
Exactly. So the intellect filling is not going to do anything. What you are doing, you know what, Divya, all you're trying to do is handling a situation. How can I come out of it? You are very, I'm saying this is, I'm not talking you, in general. We all just want to have a peaceful world.
Yeah, more or less.
When that seeking really turns to, I want to know who this witness is, then it will happen. Right now, I just want to handle my mind.
Yeah, it is at that
Right
level
now,
only.
I just want to handle the situation.
Honestly, ma'am, it is at that level only. But it has to, as you said, it has to go to that
I must seek that
curiosity and that
I must seek that Atman. This will fall off on its own.
Ma'am, I want to add something.
Yes, Sunita.
Yeah, ma'am. Even I was like in the same state what Divya and the person talking. So I feel in this situation when we read everything and on surface level we know everything, but still our mind doesn't get calm. So in this case, only meditation helps. So that's what I feel. So initially it is very tough to do the meditation also. So if we do every day regularly, 10 minutes starting, half an hour, only doing that, I got little improvements.
Yes. And
So,
when that meditation is the first step, you have to practice. Yeah, please continue, Sunita.
yeah, that's it, ma'am. I just wanted to add that in this case, if anybody wants to go.
Thank you so much, Sunita. I'll definitely try. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
doing it, but I'm not being consistent, honestly.
Yeah, every day, at least 10 minutes. I did like, I was also trying a lot to figure out, handling the situations. Try one something, again, things will not work, and change. I used to change in myself only. Maybe my behavior, I need to change this way, read and listen to all the lecturers, everything. After trying everything, still things were not working. So I started meditating 10 minutes every day. Almost 3 months I did without failing, 2 times, morning and evening. That time also I was not getting much benefits or fruits. Still I was getting thoughts and everything. After 3 months, then once I felt like something, oh wow, something I felt only once. Oh, something is bigger than what I'm thinking. Once only in 3 months. Then automatically my mind wanted to have that feeling. Then automatically with my interest, I started doing the meditation. I continued it for 6 months. Then I did some courses in meditation, and it's been almost 1 year, but I still get the glimpse of that self. It is not like all the time I am aware of the self. Still I fall back every day, but at least I feel a little I am improved
Yeah,
in
that glimpse of
managing
that
my
self you
thoughts.
said, no, that's very nice.
Yeah, I'm
That's
still working on
Very
it.
encouraging, Sunita. Thank you for your sharing. Thank you for so much for sharing this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you.
So just remember one thing. All those fishes who are swimming high have all traveled a journey. We think that fish up there, oh, that is able to swim on the surface, we are all holding on to the rocks like this. That is some great, no, that has also gone through the journey. And it is possible for every single fish. Okay? I just have to strongly seek that. Because like earlier it was told, in Jnana Yoga, only the knowledge of the self can remove the ignorance. Many other things I can try to do, which will calm down my mind. But if I have, and but again they may come up, again they will come up. Because that ignorance is still not gone. That reality that I have given to my thoughts, my desires, my whatever, all of that is still there, as though it is very real for me. It's not, I've not been able to let go, and that ignorance of reality given to all these things will go only if you start getting the glimpse of the self. Okay, so seek the self, seek the witness mode. Don't seek to handle your mind, seek the witness mode. The mind will get handled on its own. Okay, we have to shift that seeking, that's all. Where the mind has ended, there the ego center, perceived so long, existing in the sense of individuality, rebounds to its original nature, the self. So where the mind has ended means what? All my desires, I have been able to get detached from it. All my attachments, I have been able to get detached from it. When I am detached from it, the mind has no work. That is the no mind state that Buddhism says. As long as the mind, as long as desires, as long as, attachments and all of these are there, when the mind acts, it is a strong indication of my attachment to something. And the only way to detach is to take abode in the self.
Ma'am, I have a question again.
Yes,
I
Divya.
mean, but there will be functional things to do now. So when you say that the
So
mind,
when we are saying no mind,
the functional
we are
things will
doing
happen now.
functional things. This moment, it will come to my mind 1 minute. I have to cook. And when I'm cooking, okay,
That will happen
chili
now.
powder I have. That is different. So I should use the mind. The mind should not control me.
Okay.
No mind is only when the desires, that constant churning that happens because of my desires, because of my all of those.
Memory. Yeah.
That is that mind should become an instrument in my hand, in the hands of the self, rather than the master of the self. Then the self becomes a slave to the mind. We just have to shift. I become a master to the. So this meditation builds the temporal lobe. 10 minutes every day. So if I'm not able to,
Scientific studies have only put there is research to support it.
but I sincerely take it up, because there'll be a time when you will feel, I am just absolutely disgusted by this, how I am in this situation, not by how the situation is.
How I react or how I am handling it. Or
I don't want to be like this. That time there will be a deep, this thing, I want to take control, and you will not need classes, you will not Vedas. That time you will know all this knowledge. You will say, I just want to meditate. I will sit and I will do whatever. Coming for the class is one way. Okay, it's a reminder for me. In a way, it will keep me here instead of being here. But it is not. But unless that self-effort is put, it will not make any difference.
But this basic knowledge gives us the strength to do meditation.
Yes.
Knowledge is important for bhakti also.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's just a practice, a ritual condition.
Yeah. So like I said, no, it will keep me
attending
here.
to classes from 2000, from 2021, I remember I joined Aarti classes. I was also having all these lots of questions. Didn't know between this confusion, functional thought and the crazy thoughts. Now it is only functional thoughts. We can easily manage ourselves. No, so
it's very
everything, all sukha
life-turning.
dukkha life experiences comes, the recovery rate is very, very fast. That's it. Ultimately, that's it. Recovery rate is too fast and will not be disturbed for all petty things now. Even with the first circle also, the petty things will not matter. I myself, I am the proof.
I know.
For
Bhagyashree
me,
was
the
very full.
overthinking has definitely reduced, but that carrying
So
away.
stay with that. Stay with that. Stay with that. There is an improvement.
Yeah, there is definitely an improvement.
So what does that mean?
I would just go, my mind would just go.
I have to continue. I have to continue. Now you're able to, after little, you're able to catch it back and bring it back.
Yes.
Yes, that's Chitta Shuddhi is happening. Chitta Shuddhi is happening. But the ignorance to completely go, you have to seek the grace of the self. The real bhakti, the bhakti, you have an Ishta Devata. Don't imagine the Ishta Devata in some planet somewhere outside. They are in your own heart, as yourself, as that consciousness within. Have this bhakti towards that higher self within. Please guide me. Please guide me towards you. How will he guide you towards you? Only when your chitta shuddhi keeps happening. When all the mental agitations come down, he will reveal himself to you. He or she, whoever is your she, will be revealed to you. You cannot get in touch. When the time comes, when the chitta shuddhi has happened sufficiently, the self will reveal itself to you. Seek it.
Thank you.
And you have made your progress. Continue with it. Yes, that little, whatever you're feeling, that little, what would I say? I am feeling restless. I want it to happen quickly. I'm feeling restless.
That craving.
Keep it going. That craving is good.
Actually, Aarti, because of my meditation only, I may be able to cope up with these two Rakshas people, my daughter and my husband. Because we have to do meditation as soon as we get up. And before going to sleep, do prayer. Necessary. Really. In spite of that, everything, I am peaceful, happy, whatever. In between, I used to get, and I mean, when I was sleeping, what is this life? This is the only life or what? Then I thought, yes, God has sent me here to learn so many things. So better to keep mom silent. That's all.
So even when you're saying Rakshas, I will tell
Uh,
I hope you know that, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, Rakshas.
uh,
They were originally Jaya and Vijaya, the gatekeepers of Mahavishnu.
yeah.
Gatekeepers of Mahavishnu. But
Mm,
when they are so close to Mahavishnu, even the slightest mistake can make you fall.
mm,
That is what happened to them.
yeah.
In their mind, they slightly felt that they were the protector of the Lord.
Yeah.
They are the gatekeepers, so I must protect the Lord, whereas he is the protector. That little Linus came in, so they fell, and then at that time they were cursed.
Mm,
And Lord Vishnu, then they feel very sorry. We don't want to be separate. They were cursed that you will go to earth. You will lose this status of being with Mama. And they say, oh, what happened? We don't want to be away from you, oh Lord, and all that. And then Mahavishnu says, you have two options. You can either be an asura. As an asura, you will take 3 janmas, and you will come back to me after that. Or as a deva, as a good person, you will take 7 janmas, and after that you will come back to me.
mm,
And they say, we will be an asura and come back to you in 3 janmas, but we ask that you should only kill us after every janma. So that is what was Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Shishupala, and that's somebody. Dantavakra. Okay. That is what is. So the Rakshasas are also God sent.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think
Really.
of Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. They came here because they came. We have Prahalada Stuti. We have
Yeah.
great bhaktas like and who are leading us. So they are a part of the
Ramayana.
Huh?
We have
And all these
Ramayana.
Rakshasa only sent us to this class.
Ma'am, can I
And
add?
Should be
बुरा जो
thankful.
देखन मैं चला बुरा न मिलिया कोई जो आपन देखा आईने में तो मुझसे बुरा न कोई
Kabir.
कबीर का तो हाँ so even I
We
am a
should.
Rakshas somewhere there is Rakshas inside
Ah, I see my reflection. My that Asuric.
reflection in the other also, right?
Yes.
Ma'am, I feel we should thank people who challenge us, who give us difficult situations. They are bringing us close to God.
God.
Otherwise, think if we are getting all good
If
things and all,
everything is comfortable, will we
We will
remember
not
God?
value.
yeah,
We will
and
forget God.
there is one more thing. Like if we get all our wishes fulfilling, then we are not satisfied with one wish. Again, we will wish for something else.
Ego will
So,
rise and rise. Desires
yes.
are endless.
Greed will rise more and more, more and more.
Yeah, so we will be searching for something which can never be fulfilled. Like
Yes.
some wishes are fulfilled, again we will wish for something. After that gets fulfilled, again we feel that
No
emptiness.
contentment. There is no contentment.
Yeah, that will go on and go on. So these people, they come
I
and
have had
teach us
people,
lessons.
I will tell you, I have had people who have said, even when you have something, no, then it is like, I have everything. My life is very good. My husband is very good. I have no trouble with money. And when I see somebody who is troubled with money, I fear that what if something like, why is it that I am so everything I have so much content? Why everything is good? How is
Oh
it
my
that I
God.
have everything?
Insecurity.
You will not, just because, so contentment is not a state of happening, having everything and
Having.
being content. That person is having fear even though everything is there. That person is fearful. What if I
Losing.
lose it? Do
So
I
what?
deserve this? there is a fear. So it is not in having or not having. It is not in whether I have a deva in my life or asuras in my life. It is what is there inside me.
Inside. Yes.
Something, if I am having that discontentment, I know a person who had a child who was born as a dwarf. She was very, very sad, but she gave the child the best education and she went on to do PhD because she was having so much difficulty in getting aids for his medical treatment and things like that. A lot of insurance does not cover a lot of things. She did a PhD and research on all of that and made it her purpose of life to take it. It is how I channelize my situation. That's all it is. If I have channelized it well, it's a good situation. If I have not channelized it well, no situation is a good situation. Isn't it? Yeah.
In horoscope also there is Devagana, Ashuragana, like that,
Yeah,
They used to
gunas are there.
mention.
And
Yeah,
Manusha
I
Guna.
am Devagana.
Yeah, okay. Good. So we'll move to the next paragraph now. The process, the quietude of the mind and the ultimate sublimation. Anybody wants to read it? Mamta ji? Diva? You have the book? I don't
Page
have.
number? I mean,
Same page, 19. The next
oh,
second
yeah,
paragraph.
yeah,
Page
correct.
19.
Yeah, correct.
Jayamala ji, you can only continue reading.
Yes, ma'am. The quietude of the mind and the ultimate sublimation of all its thought currents is a single process accomplished by meditation, jnana abhyasa. The process of negating our identifications with the false matter envelopments and asserting our divine spiritual nature constitutes the art of meditation, and this process is explained exhaustively in the verses that follow in this very textbook.
Please continue.
If the continuous memory of I am the matter is the ego center, no doubt it can be replaced by another constant thought current as I am the self. However, even that is a continuous thought flow, and therefore, even that experience, vritti jnanam, is only a conditioned and finite one which cannot be absolute.
Correct. So these affirmations are also a thought only at the end of the day, which is also giving into the mind only. It is just replacing. For some time it will work. It will bring some improvement. But if you want to go further, that won't be enough. Initially, maybe first step, some affirmations help for some time. But it cannot take you all the way through to know the self. Please continue.
It doesn't work for me with affirmations much, even though I try. This Louise Hay, she's very popular.
Yeah. I have seen
I
a
love
lot of
and
things on
accept
affirmations.
myself.
It
I feel
works.
I am not being integrity nahi hai when I'm saying it. That sincerity nahi hai. Then how can I say it? I don't know. That's how.
When affirmations have worked, in my opinion, when my children have been, when they were very small, before the age of 10, when their subconscious mind is still more absorbent rather than the conscious mind. See, what happens for us and all, the conscious mind becomes a filter. I don't believe, but the children, the conscious mind is still not so much. They can easily take in what you. So at that time, affirmations have helped before they go to sleep and when they get up in the morning, if they are going through something difficult, I'd say everybody loves you. You are beautiful. So that was
That's why they say you should say such things to your children because that's the self-talk they have with themselves.
Yes.
So for them, it works on the affirmation.
Till the age of 10,
Acha.
it works reasonably.
Huh.
After that, their mind starts, intellect starts kicking in. So at that time, affirmations have made some changes. But as an adult, for myself, if I do, it will, even with belief, if you do, it will only take us to some distance. That's all. You can continue, Jayamalaji.
Yes, ma'am. This doubt is answered in the verse under discussion, where it is said that meditation, after having sublimated the mind, ends itself. Our attempts to sleep end when we start sleeping. The example given here is that of the clearing nut plant, Kataka, the power of which was
Powder.
used the powder of which was used in ancient India for cleaning muddy water. During the rainy season, when the wells or river water were all muddy, they used to put the powder of the Kataka nut plant on the surface of the water in their buckets. The powder becomes slightly slimy and forms a continuous film. Being denser, it settles down, carrying along with it all minute particles of dirt held suspended in the water. In the process, not only the dirt goes down, but the agent we had used also settles down, leaving the clear water in the bucket, which can be decanted and used. In modern times, we use a little alum, which also acts much the same way.
So what is it? What is that Kataka nut which can help settle our mind so that the self can reveal itself?
I think it is a japa or meditation which constantly brings about a certain equanimity and certain calmness, and all the fluctuations and thoughts, everything slowly gets duly muted. And then once everything gets muted, there is a calmness in the mind. The Kataka nut is that only actually. It's a meditation and japa. What is, I mean, there's an example of a meditation japa. For instead of, say, water and Kataka nut goes well. And similarly, meditation and mind also goes in the same way.
So in the meditation, as I'm meditating, when my mind is working, first it is like the waking state. And then slowly, I close my first time in the waking state, I close my eyes. There are thoughts in my mind. That's my dream state. And then I continue beyond that. So we will think, oh, I'm not able to meditate at all because my thoughts are coming all the time and they're running. No, we need to. Then if we allow after that, after the dream state is what? The deep sleep state. I must, instead of engaging with the dream, with whatever is happening in the mind, I just continue the meditation, disengage with the thoughts of the mind, and continue to meditate. It will take me into the Sushupti state, the deep sleep state where I don't even know myself and I'm completely with the self at that time, beyond the body, beyond the mind. In all of this, in the waking state, when I am waking, when I am thinking in the mind, as in during my meditation or during my sleep, I see the dream. In my Sushupti, when the deep meditation is happening, all this happening is to one person. Who is that? I. That absolute existence. The state of the mind is constantly changing. What it was seeing outside, when you are seeing, closing your eyes, the past, the future, everything is coming in the mind, changing. But then when you go beyond the mind, everything, waking, deep sleep, waking, dreaming, and deep sleep, all of that is happening to the person that is you. That you is the only reality. The mind is fickle. It is changing. Don't hold on to it. Even if I have become, I am agitated this minute and I have blurted out. Next moment, don't start thinking, ayo, why did I get agitated? Why did I blurt out? Don't think, move on. Next context, over. That second is over. That nanosecond is over. Move on. Next second. Meditation is the only way, meditation or japa is the only way to calm the mind, the temporal lobe. 2 times a day meditation for those who are having a very, very overthinking mind. 2 times a day meditation will help. 48 days, 1 mandala. 10 minutes. Make it a routine. Use that kataka nut to clean your chitta, to settle that mind. 2 times a day, 10 minutes. Simple. The moment you get up, on the bed only, give yourself 10 minutes. That is a very good state. And before you go to sleep, or right after bath in front of the puja room. Give yourself. They say dawn and dusk is the best time. Early morning and evening. But twice a day meditation, kataka nut. Please do this whole week and comment and take a sankalpa. A sankalpa is a promise to yourself that I will do 2 times meditation no matter what happens. Even if I'm in a train traveling somewhere, I can sit and meditate for 10 minutes. Tell everybody. I just want to give this, I think some of you might know it, but just to motivate you for these 48 days, when initially I did Vipassana for some time. I did it for some 8-10 months regularly. I went for Vipassana and 1 hour meditation I would do once a day for 8 months, and then it fell off. Then I went for Isha Shambhavi Mahamudra. It's an inner engineering course. And there they told me 48 days. I didn't know they will tell me this. I just went because I like this. 48 days I have to do 35-minute Shambhavi Mahamudra twice a day. If I miss 1 day, the next day will become day 1. In the 48 days, even if I miss 1 day, the next day will become day 1. But somehow I had that real thing. Seeking was there. Very strong seeking was there. So I said I'll do it, and I had planned. I had to go for a wedding. I had to go for by train. We had planned a trek in the Sharavati Valley, backpacking, carrying backpack with the children and all these things. But 48 days, I was like that fear. Oh, if I miss even 1 time, tomorrow I decided I'll do twice. Some people said, okay, I'll do only once and things like that. But I said, they have told I will follow the words of the Guru and I will do it for twice. And 48 days, it was not easy. In the train, I sat, and it is yogasana. In the middle, I put something. In the middle of 2 seats also, I put and did. In the marriage hall also, I did. In the Sharavati Valley, when I went also, it was full of forest, carrying everything, very tiring. I still did. 48 days, I'm telling you, it's absolutely cleansing and powerful. If you can take up that 48-day mandala twice a day, take a sankalpa, whatever you take up, 10 to 15 minutes meditation, it is not much at all. It is just about it's just a sankalpa to ourselves and doing it and following it through. It's extremely, it can bring out a huge shift when we do it like a tapas. That is a tapas. 48 days I'm taking up, that is a tapas.
Ma'am, I have also completed that 48 days mandala. Even I remember I was doing in some functions, and we need to say that
Yeah, that
loudly.
telling home is very difficult. You have to tell
Yeah.
and everybody around in that room is coming and going, and they are like, what is happening? You have to keep your mind off that and do it. But I said, we will do it. Correct.
Yes.
Very nice. It's it can create huge shifts. It can really, that's that kind of tapas when we take, that's a very concentrated effort to bring it down. The katka nut, that meditation will very nicely cleanse the mind.
Ma'am, I have a small question. For beginners like me, I have never meditated. So, what do you recommend? I should just sit by myself, or do I play some meditation
We will
music?
do one meditation next class. But here, actually, they are not talking about meditation as the kataka nut. They are telling the self, turning to the self is what it will bring down everything. It is that being a witness is what will bring it down. But initially, when our chitta is very shaken, meditation will help. If you can just remind me, next class, we will do one meditation in the class. And you can practice that.
Ma'am, for
We have
beginners.
10 minutes, no? I will do it today only. Yes, somebody was saying something, Sunita.
Yeah, ma'am, I just wanted to recommend one for beginners on Sadhguru's website. There is one Isha meditation, Isha Kriya, that takes only 12 minutes, and it is very helpful, ma'am, if everybody does it. When I started, I was not able to concentrate for even 5 minutes. I used to get so many thoughts and so much of overthinking I had. So that Isha Kriya, it helps, ma'am.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to try that, it is for free. They can download that audio, and guided audio meditation is there. They can put that and play it 2 times. They can try that.
Yeah. I'll teach you another one, and it
Yeah.
is very effective. If you do meditation, you create the, if you light a diya and have an agarbatti and play an om music as you're meditating, no, that also can heighten your experience and keep you with that. Divya?
Yeah, ma'am. Since as you know, I've started that yoga teachers training. So, ma'am, does it start with pranayama, asanas, and then go to meditation? Yeah, can I just start with the meditation? I do chanting, but again, that is also not
Yoga is Ashtanga yoga. There is a certain process
Ha,
that they will clearly teach you.
ha.
But you can also go directly to meditation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
1 minute.
So, in Jnana Yoga, we just do meditation. We don't do all of that necessarily. Okay. As part of, if you're doing it as part of yoga sadhana, you can do the Ashtanga yoga. So, let's just sit down. We have like 5 minutes. I will take you through this process. All of you, please sit down. Take asana. Bring your mind to the here and now. And you can repeat this again and again. So when you do the meditation, there is this practice in Buddhism, which is very nice. It is called adhittan, where I sit without, now if I decide 10 minutes or 15 minutes, there will be no movement in my body. I will not adjust my legs. I will not scratch. I will not open my eyes. Nothing. Even if a mosquito comes and sits on my, I observe and I move to my meditation. So this is adhittan. So my body, I practice body stillness. And to keep my body, my mind still, I will give it something to do, which is what I will take you through. So now the body will not move. Even if my legs become numb, in 10 minutes, it won't kill you. Nothing will happen. Even 1 hour, I used to do 1 hour. 10-15 minutes, even the legs become numb. Slowly it will get used to it. Just sit, don't shift. And bring your mind to the here and now. The whole 10 minutes you can do. A body scanning. Bring your mind to the top of your head where that soft spot is. Now move slowly to your forehead. Observe any sensation in your forehead. Gently move down to the nose. Observe the nose. Observe the lips. Be aware of the cheeks, any sensation on your cheeks. Be aware of any sensation in your ears. It could be a crawling sensation, a vibrating sensation, a pulsating sensation, an itching sensation. Make note of it and then quickly move to the next part. Your neck, your shoulders, the right shoulder, the right upper arm, the right lower arm, the right palm, the thumb, the pointing finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, the little finger, the back of your hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the upper arm, the shoulder, now the left shoulder, the left arm, the left lower arm, the left palm, the thumb, the pointing finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, the little finger, the back of your hand, the lower arm, the upper arm, the left shoulder, the front of your neck. Observe the sensation. Now observe the sensation on the back of your neck. Now scan your whole back. Every inch of your back from the left to the right, from the top to the bottom. With your awareness, scan the back. Go from top to bottom and again from bottom to top. Now bring the awareness to the back of your neck, the front of your neck, the chest, stomach area, the hip area, the right thighs, the right calf muscles, the right ankle, the right sole, the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe, the fifth toe, the top of your feet, the ankle, the right lower leg, the right thighs, the hips, the left thighs, the left lower leg, the left ankle, the left sole, the big toe on the left leg, the second, the third toe, the fourth toe, the fifth toe, the top of the feet, the lower leg, the upper leg, the hip again, the stomach area, the chest area, the neck, the shoulders. Be aware of the upper arms on both the arms, both the lower arms, both the wrists, both the hands, the fingers on both the hands. Again, your palms, the wrist, the lower arms, the upper arms, the shoulder, the front of the neck, the back of the neck. Scan your whole back from left to right, top to bottom, and bottom to top. Bring your awareness to the front of your neck, your chin, your cheeks, the ears, the nose, the eyes, the forehead, the top of your head. Then again start from there to the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the ears, the mouth, the chin, the neck, the back of the neck, the whole back from top to bottom, bottom to top. Come back to the front, the chest, the shoulders, right hand, right upper arm, right lower arm, the hands, right up lower arm, upper arm, back to the shoulder, then the left arm, upper arm, lower arm, hand, and back to the wrist and up lower arm, upper arm, shoulder, and then back to the chest, the stomach, the right thighs, the lower legs, the feet, the lower legs again, thighs again, hips, the left leg, thighs, lower leg, feet, lower leg, thighs, hip, stomach, chest, neck, back of the neck. Scan the whole back. Come back to the neck, the front of the neck, the cheek, the ears, the nose, the eyes, the forehead, the top of the head. Continue to do this meditation. Scan your body from the top of your head till the tip of your toes, from the tip of your toes back to the top of your head. Continuously keep doing this for 15 minutes. This is a beautiful form of meditation. And in all of this, remember the awareness at the end. That awareness which is observing everything. The body is not in motion. It's still, and the awareness is pointing to all the different parts. I exist. I am aware, I am conscious. And in this existence and consciousness, I am blissful. When you do this meditation, there may be some experiences on some day when you feel you enjoy. And there may be some experiences that I do not enjoy. Maybe there is some kind of wiggling feeling in the skin which I don't like. Maybe there is a pain. Let me be equanimous. Or maybe one day I have some pulsating experience which I really like, pleasurable. Let me be equanimous to both the pleasure and the pain. Let me not crave for the pleasure. Let me not be averse to the pain. Both of these will come and go eventually. My focus is in the moment, from the top of the head to the toes, from the toes to back to the top of the head. Om Asato ma Satgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityormamritam gamaya. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bad bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. This stillness helps me become determined, become equanimous to the cravings and the pleasures of the cravings, pleasures, and pain and aversions of the body. To move beyond that will also help me move towards equanimity in the world. Not to crave for pleasures from objects outside, not to be averse to objects of pain outside. To be equanimous. To be with the reality of the awareness, with this Satchit Ananda, which is Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, the auspicious, which is the only truth. Hari Om. You may open your eyes, Chet.
Hari Om.
It was a powerful session today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Aarti.
If somebody asked for that, hope that was helpful. You can practice this. Jai Malaji, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can practice this.
Hari Om, ma'am. It felt very good.
Well, very. Thank you.